I don't care what you guys say. Leaving someone undelivered is way worse than being left on fucking red. You are on your phone and you're not opening my text message. I'm going insane. So embarrassing. Getting left on red, it's like, whatever. They read it, opened it. They saw it at least. Like, they thought of me while they read it. Delivered? They're on their phone, not opening your text message. That'll make you go crazy. And it's embarrassing as fuck.
No, that'll make you go crazy. But I think you've already gone crazy. I think it's happened to you a couple of like, look at her face. Are these the creatures that you get approach anxiety over? Are these the females that you get that butterfly feeling with and you get nervous and these creatures, like these people? Like, are you serious? Come on, man. Come on. Listen, women have a bad case of insecurity, and it's been instilled in them by nature and the universe and God or whatever it is you subscribe to. Women are built this way. And again, this is not to say anything negative or bad, or I'm not going out of my way to be misogynistic, although I'm sure somebody's going to take it that way anyway, because it's the internet, right? So people reserve the right to be offended and they do their best to be offended by everything. So have at it. But what I'm trying to say is women were built insecure because it's the nature of a woman to find security so she can get pregnant and be secure for at least 9 months so she can bring forth offspring. That is the design. That is the natural design of things. So when you see videos like this, what you are seeing is the natural progression of female insecurity. And because of this, you have to make sure that you are authentic and you express to a woman your authentic masculine identity upon meeting her. Reason why you have to do this is because you have to let her know exactly what it is, exactly who you are. And you also have to let her know exactly what you will and will not tolerate so she can decide whether or not she wants to deal with you. And you can decide whether or not you should deal with her based on how insecure she truly is. You have some women that will try to use their insecurity to control you, to manipulate you, especially if they know that you think they're attractive, especially if they know that you are more interested in them than they are of you. These type of women will use the insecurity to lock you into the friend zone. These type of women will use their insecurity to make you manipulate yourself away from your masculine identity just to get closer to her. So you have to be very careful and you have to be sensible about how you show up and how you approach these women. May God help some of these females, man. But another thing as a guy you need to pay attention to is you have to be responsible with the power that you have over a woman that is actually interested in you. See, this video illustrates a woman who is communicating with a guy that she's really interested in, and he may not be opening up her messages, and it is driving her crazy. So I implore you that as a man, you understand the power of your masculine identity. You understand what it means to deal with a woman that is truly interested in you. And you understand the type of influence and the type of power that you have in the situation. Now, in order for you to use this power to your advantage, not necessarily to manipulate the woman, but to use this power to your advantage, you have to answer a woman's text at your pace, right? Meaning that if a woman texts you and you're actually busy, you don't need to rush to answer the text, especially when you're just getting to know someone, right? Not to say that you're going to make her wait on purpose necessarily, but the fact is, if you're working on something, if you're at your job, if you are doing something else, if you're currently occupied at the moment, shoot, if you're with another chick, you understand what I'm saying? You don't have to get back to a chick right away, right? Especially when you're dealing with a woman that is actually interested in you, right? You want to let this woman know that you are not bothered. You want to let her know that you are not there at her beck and call, right? You answer her messages when you get good and ready. In the meantime, she's in the background acting like this. She's in the background losing her mind. She's in the background and she can't wait for you to get back to her, or at least even open up her message so she can see that it's been delivered and stuff. So or that she could see that there's a read receipt or whatever. Right. So the thing is that when you're a guy that has a masculine identity, you do things at your own pace from an authentic place. Not to say that you're going to play games with this chick, not to say that you're going to manipulate her, right? But you have to do things authentically. So we shouldn't have to rush to answer a woman's text, right? There's no need to feel compelled to reply to a chick or to do anything that we wouldn't naturally do. Okay, because you want her to understand who you truly are. So, for example, if you're actually a busy man, you want her to understand that you're a busy man. You want her to understand that, yes, you're going to text me sometimes, and sometimes I'm not going to be able to even open up the message until a couple of hours later. Why? Because I'm busy. You understand? I actually have a schedule. I actually have a life. I actually have things that I'm doing where I'm putting myself first as a man with a masculine identity, and whatever's going on with you comes second, especially if you're not even my girl yet, especially if we're just getting to know each other. You understand? So as a man, you have to do things from an authentic place, and you have to make sure that you are not giving a woman too much access to you too quickly, especially when she hasn't earned it yet. It's very important that you pace yourself. It's very important that you have your own life. It's very important that you do things in an authentic way to give her an authentic experience of what it means to deal with you. And this is why it's very important for you to gain experience dealing with women so you can understand when you're dealing with a woman that is really into you as opposed to dealing with a woman that's not. And when you're dealing with a woman that's really into you, you understand how to manage the power that you hold dealing with her and how her liking you can influence her actions and influence how she feels about you. And it can influence the levels of insecurity that she has. You understand? So you have to be careful and you have to pay attention. You have to have a certain level of self-awareness, right? Meaning, look, I understand that I'm dealing with a chick that's really interested in me, and I'm paying attention to make sure that she's interested in me in a healthy way and she's not crazy. Sometimes we purposely miss the red flags because we're flattered and our ego is being stroked because we're dealing with a chick that is very interested in us. But don't let that fool you, right? Don't let that stroke your ego to the point where you forget logic and you forget that you're dealing with a woman that has a tendency to be crazy or borderline disrespectful or can bring chaos or distraction to your life. You understand? So it's very important to gain a certain level of experience, understand the power that you wield when it comes to having a masculine identity and having a woman that's actually interested in you and doing things in an authentic way. And when you do things in a very authentic way, it helps you to filter and to see the red flags early so you can make a choice before things get too far. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got some fun in this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.